Live in the building, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing, man? Uh, no, it's not college football. No, it's not No, it's not Cowboy football. But it's the closest thing you can get on a Saturday morning, man, or Saturday afternoon. It is your boy West Coast and Henny, man. Henny the Cowboy, man. How you doing this morning, man?
Man, I'm just sitting back cooling for lane, get my mind together about what we're gonna do to have a successful season this time around, man.
Shoot, I heard that. I heard that. I heard that. So yo, man, let's get to this. Let's get to this. Let's get to this ooh wop, man. Let's get to this ooh wop, man. It's Saturday afternoon. Cowboys had a short practice today from 10 a.m. to 11:30. Short practice walkthrough type of deal today. So I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was not able to make them 10 o'clock practices. Is ridiculously hard for West Coast to make because that means I got to get up at like 6:30 in the morning, and it's just not doable for West Coast. So I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Any of the 6 o'clock, any of them 10 o'clock practices, West Coast will not be able to attend, man. Like, cause they are damn near impossible. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. They are damn near impossible for me to get out there that early. But they only have that today was actually their last 10 o'clock practice. So, and then tomorrow they haven't actually announced what time they be practicing tomorrow, but I will find out tomorrow what time they practicing. I'll let you guys know what the dealio is though. But yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. I heard a lot of people. I heard about 500 people didn't even get into training camp today, man. That's why I took the time and made a video for you guys. I took the time and I made a video for you guys, kind of explaining when you guys should come to training camp and what time you guys should be getting there. Because I absolutely hate people having bad experiences, especially to stuff that I feel like you kind of went because West Coast was like, yeah, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm low key kind of responsible for you or something. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm telling you guys, whenever training camp is if you're ever going on a Saturday or a Sunday, even a Monday, you know what? Let's just extend it to any day. You know what I'm saying? Especially on Saturdays and Sundays, though. Saturdays and Sundays, you need to be at camp at least an hour early. And I'm going to tell you this right here. If you're going to really follow this Dallas Cowboy team, we got to understand that there are certain things that have to happen. There's just certain things that's going to happen with being a fan of the most popular fan base of franchise in all of American sports, all sports in America. Like, I don't think there's another team that's more polarized or more talked about than the Dallas Cowboys. So we gotta kind of you're not fans of the Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a fan of the Cleveland Browns. You're not a fan of an organization that only has like 12 fans. Like, we have a large, probably the biggest fan base, and I'm gonna tell you guys, as we start winning, it's gonna get even bigger. So,
Everybody want to jump on the
yeah,
bandwagon.
so I'm going to tell y'all right now, anytime there is anything free for the Dallas Cowboys, because training camp is free, I strongly encourage you to get there at least an hour early. And when the season starts, at least an hour and a half early. Because Cowboy fans come out, and that's just real. So, to the 500 people that got turned away from training camp, I know I feel your pain. I ain't never been there before because I always got there early, but, next time get there early and you'll be all right. But yo, you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys must do. First thing you guys must do is you must hit that share button. So I need every single person right now that's watching the content. I need you to go right now, and I need you to go to the bottom, and I need you to hit that share button. I need you to hit that share button. Hit that share button. Just like my cousin Gary, he the number one sharer right now. I can see him. I can see him going crazy right now in the shares. Appreciate you, my boy.
Yeah, they got to see this shit, man.
Yeah, what do you say? You got to learn. I heard that. We got the OG Boston George in the building too. He getting his share on. Appreciate you, my boy. Who else? Hey, who else we got over? What's up, Travis? Appreciate you, sir, for tapping in. Travis Banks. Hey, man, you a smart Cowboy fan, bruh. And I didn't seen you live on some Cowboy shows. Next time I had to go live with the call-in line, you had better call in, man. I'm gonna start calling y'all out, bruh. Y'all be on Boss Show talking and chopping it up, and y'all get on my show and be acting like a mute. Don't do me like that, Trav. I need you over here, man. Don't do me like that, boy. I'm calling you out. Admin game, monitoration game. What's up with you, my boy? I got my boy Jeffrey Cardone in the building. Hey, there is no D in your last name, but I put one. I think it's Karen, Car on, Jeffrey Caron. If I said that wrong, man, charge it to my heart, not my heart. I mean, charge it to my head, not my heart, please. I also got Henny Demore. What's up, Eric? What's up, Eric? And then Jared. What's up, Jared? Appreciate you for tapping in. My boy says Cowboys need to sign T.Y. Hilton. We'll talk about that for a little bit. I already know that's going to be some of the top subjects, so we'll talk about that in the beginning so we can get that out the way. So y'all won't be asking about that, 40 minutes into the show. So man, let's go. Let's go ahead and go through this real quick. You guys know whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys must do. First thing you must do is you must hit that share button. So I need everybody right now to go in and hit that share button, just like your boy West Coast. I'm sharing it right now into womb to the tombs. I need everybody to hit that share button. Next thing I need you guys to do is hit that star button. You guys know whenever West Coast goes live, I got the super chat on over on YouTube too. Got the super chat on. So make sure you guys hit that share button, and then make sure you guys also hit that super chat button. You feel me? And let's get this thing started. I'm gonna go through this SS real quick and say everybody's name. Let me turn the super chat on real quick though. All right, bam, super chat's on. There we go. All right, let's go. Let's get it. So Travis Banks, what's up with you, sir? Make sure you hit that star button. Devontae Darby, appreciate you, sir, for tapping in. Make sure you hit that star button. Joshua Atkins, what's up with you, Joshua? Make sure you hit that star button. Ida, what's up with you, Ida? Appreciate you for sliding through. You hit a lot of shares, too. I appreciate you. Albert Birdley, what's up, Albert? Appreciate you for tapping in. Make sure you hit that star button. Who else we got on YouTube? Let's see what we got on YouTube. Azteca, what's up with you, my boy? Swain, what's up, Swain? Hit that super chat button over there. Jeffrey, appreciate you, my boy, for the fine work you do over there as a moderator. Appreciate you, my boy. Who else we got? And then everybody else. Who else we got up here? Somebody just slid in here. Shaggy, what's up, Shag, with the 100 stars? Appreciate you, my boy. So let's go ahead. What's up?
Jeffrey said the correct way to say it is Corone.
Corone?
Mm-hmm.
He hit me with the phonetics.
Yes.
He hit me with the phonetics.
The correct way to say it is Corone.
Corone. Okay. So, Jeffrey, your last name is kind of like the Kelly Moore's offense. It's kind of like Kelly Moore's offense. It's spelled one way, but it's going a totally different way. You my boy, man. He said, "What is that? Is that French? I need to know because my middle name is French. Because y'all didn't even know I'm from the French part of California." I'm from the French. Hey, I need to know though. Is that Corone? Because my middle name is Deschamps. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not normal. You feel me? My mom mean Deschamps. You know what I'm saying? It was actually because my mom took a French class and fell in love with French, and she gave all her kids a middle name that was French. Keep it real. But I like to tell my story the way I like to tell it. Right. You feel me? She wanted us to have a little swag, a little what is it? A little esteem, a little culture. You know what I'm saying? A little coach. Hey, and it's actually spelled. My middle name is actually not spelled the way mine is actually Deschamps. You know what I'm saying? It's DE space HUN. You know what I'm saying? Not Deshaun. Sorry, Mr. Taylor. But it's Deschamps. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say Sean. You gotta say Sean. Everybody gotta say, hey. Go ahead, everybody do this. Say Sean. Say Sean. Say Sean. You know what I'm saying? That's how you say it. When you see me say West Coast Deschamps. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, man, I'm just not some hood dude, man. I got culture, man. Like for real, man. I got culture, man. Like for real, man. This is like a fine linen. You know what I'm saying? This is fine linen right here. You feel me? I got culture. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm going to tell you this right here, man. It's about to get serious around here, man. Because you see how we like to play around and have a good time? It's fun and games. It's cool. But it's time to check yourself for you riggedy wreck yourself. Because we got a game this week. Whoa! Let your head. Sure. Hey, say, man. Let that mess your head up for a minute. You feel me? We got a game this week. West Coast gonna be breaking down an opponent this week. You feel me? Now, I'm not technically I'm not gonna be breaking down a Denver Broncos because it's almost impossible to break down in the preseason. That's what we're gonna talk about first before we even talk about a subject. How do you watch a preseason game, and do you even watch a preseason game? I want to know in the comment box Who here feels that you should or should not watch? Should you watch preseason games? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know in the comment boxes. I want to know you guys. 2022, this is about you guys. I want to know in the comment box, should Cowboy fans watch preseason games? Should you, and I'm going to question, I'm going to have another question, better question. Should you watch a preseason game with the same intensity and importance as a regular season game?
Oh, that's a good
one. Ooh.
Let me answer that though. I'm gonna let them put their stuff in the comment box, but let me answer that one though. But that's very intriguing to me. If we are,
go ahead, speak on this. You chopping.
If we are actually in the business of analyzing players and watching progress, it's important to watch the preseason game with the same, fire and intensity as a regular season game, especially for the young guys, especially right this season. Maybe we could have got away with it a different season, but we keep hearing about all these undrafted guys or all these late round draft picks that we are expecting to contribute in some way, shape, or form this season. And outside of practice, we haven't really seen them. These preseason games are going to be their best bet of showing us something going into the season. So, they've been hyping Dennis Houston. They've been hyping Jalen Tober. They've been hyping TJ Vasher. They're hyping up Tyler Smith for blocking ability. All this other good stuff they want us to get on board with for the season to start. Well, it's going to be an actual live game. These may not be complete starters they're going to be playing against, but they're going to be playing against NFL caliber talent and in a game that they're going to keep a score on. So, it's important for them to get in, get reps, and be productive. It's important for us to analyze how they play. So, if this one guy is balling out this entire preseason and he rides the pine, for a guy that has some money, that's a red flag right there. And we need to be knowledgeable enough to see when it happens. So, yes, we need to pay very close attention to these preseason games. We need to see how these guys perform, and we need to make sure that they're not just telling us lies based upon what they want to happen with the team.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to my boy TC in the building. Hey, man, I'm trying to make him out of here, but Facebook is tripping. I think I got to do it when I am not live, so I will try that when I'm not live. But, in 2022, y'all ain't going to be just being reckless in my comment box. Like, we got moderators. Like, I got to do it now. Shout out to my boy Jeffrey on YouTube, and then shout out to my boy TC on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Both these dudes are big in stature, so if you act funny, they will get with your program electronically. You feel me? We's not playing that in 2022. We not doing that, man. We not doing that, man. So, praise God to the dudes that said, West Coast, you bring the content, we'll be the bad guy. I said, man, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for TC. And I'm probably going to put Miss Rose on here, too, because she be banging in the set, too. So appreciate both y'all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that is a good point. And, this is one thing I believe in training camp. Like, I'm not training camp, but preseason. Like, listen, you guys have heard all this conversation about training camp. You've seen all these videos. You done seen all these memes. You done seen all these edits. You done seen all these slowed down. You like, listen to me, bro. I've never seen so many people break down a 3-second clip. Like, look at the release of his leg. Look at how his leg. You see how his leg touches the ground? Do you see how his leg touches the ground? Jeffrey, do you see how his leg touches the ground? Okay, the way his leg touches the ground, it's the centrifugal. You see how he's moving? That lets me know that he's going to have at least 1,100 yards. You know what I'm saying? If you're tired of all that, bring your ass on down here to preseason game number 1, and you're going to be able to see for yourself.
Right.
That's what I love about preseason is, listen to me, everybody's been lying, but everybody's been telling the truth. Mm-hmm. So guess what? We're going to know come Thursday. Now, I'm going to tell you this right here. You're not going to know nothing about the C.D. Lambs of the world, the Tyron Smiths of the world, the Dak Prescotts of the world, the Micah Parsons of the world, because you should already know about them.
Right.
If you don't know about them, that's on you, brother. But you should already know about them. Those dudes have already established themselves in the NFL. They have already established themselves in this nation. The guys we need to know about, is them other guys that are going to play that you're going to be like, oh, my God, I love that guy who's number blank, and I don't know who he is. Or, oh, my God, why do they have this guy? And I don't know who it is. That's why preseason is important. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I've been at camp a gang of days. I've been at camp 7 days now. 8. 7 days. Been at camp 7 days a week. 8 days, because it was 4 days this week, 4 days last week, and 4 days this week. So I've been at camp 8 days. And I'm going to tell you this right here, man. I will tell you this, even from a guy who's been at camp at 8 days. Listen to me. If all this stuff don't come together in a game, it don't mean nothing.
At all.
It don't mean nothing. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I have gone to camp enough to know that I will literally fall in love with someone at camp and then will have my heart broken in a preseason game. But then at the same time, you don't want to be those people that count someone out and then they go into a preseason game and you're like, wow, where was that guy? So they were telling the truth. The thing I want you guys to understand is the preseason is the ingredients. That is the beginning of this cake that we're going to make. That is the beginning. Go ahead, Buck.
No, I was just going to say, man, because, we all know guys that are MVPs in practice.
So, Tomahawk. Go ahead, go. I was just giving somebody a shout out.
Oh, no, you good, man. I was just saying we all know guys that are MVP in practice, run perfect routes, catch balls one-handed, all that stuff. But when the lights come on, they got butterfingers. They can't get a release. They can't do anything. So, we all actual live game action is always going to separate, your practice from practice from what you can actually do. So you're not playing against guys that are not really gonna hit you. You're not playing against guys that care somewhat for your well-being. You're gonna be going against guys that are gonna lay you out. You're gonna be going against guys that try to jam you and fight you down the field. You'll be going against guys that really try to take your head off as a quarterback. So it's cool to have good practices, but like you said, preseason was gonna separate the practice squad guys from the guys that can actually get in and contribute in an NFL game.
Exactly. So, and I'm also going to tell you the importance of the importance of the Dallas Cowboys training preseason is because unfortunately we don't have one of those teams where it's like you play a whole roster of guys that you never see again. Like you were actually going to see a bunch of dudes in our preseason roster that you're actually going to see in regular season games. So it's like, and the reason being is because name your wide receiving core. Name your starting receiving core. Okay, precisely. You can't really, right? Because you don't know. So the only way you're going to find that out is in what? Preseason. So I'm going to tell you this right here. I would almost think all of your wide receivers are going to play in this first game, probably except for CeeDee Lamb.
Right. Yep. Because you got to think about it. Noah Brown, he's been in the league.
But Noah Brown is for sure playing. He's for sure playing.
He never had this kind of role before.
I would think my starting. Who would think your? Let's go through. Let's go. Let's start with the quarterback. Who would you see is going to be the starting quarterback for this preseason game, week 1? Who do you think would be the starting quarterback?
Cooper
Rush. That's the same thing I was thinking. I was thinking Cooper Rush should get a healthy share. I honestly think that Cooper Rush should get at least a half. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say he should play 3 quarters because if anything happens to your starting quarterback, you want the guy who's coming in for him to have as many snaps as humanly possible. So
yeah.
I don't see any way for Will Grier to jump over Cooper Rush, and Ben DiNucci's going to be on the scout team. We already know that Ben DiNucci's going to be on the scout team. He's not even really competing for a backup position.
So if Cooper Rush plays 3, if he Dak isn't even an option. So we're only technically have 3 quarterbacks. All right. For this game because Dak is not an option. All right. So if you do Cooper Rush the first 3 quarters, that means who's gonna get the fourth quarter by themselves?
Will Grier.
So then Ben DiNucci's not gonna play at all.
He should. In fact, I don't see anything from Ben DiNucci to even quantify him being an NFL player.
Well, they started him,
and it went horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they've had ample chances to get rid of Ben DiNucci, and I feel like, him having a special relationship with your head coach probably has something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? But I would say Cooper Rush for a half. Then give me Will Grier for a quarter. And then give me Ben DiNucci for a quarter. A very long quarter. It's just going to be a very long fourth quarter. But one thing I will say is Ben DiNucci going to tuck that thing and take off running because that young man, he going to read once and read twice and he up out of there. You know what I'm saying? All right, so next. So we got the quarterback. So quarterbacks, he says, Jeffrey says, that's what I like about West Coast. He's going to give it to you 100, whatever is good, bad, or ugly, dude keeps it real. You appreciate you, my boy. All right, so now let's go to your wide receiver room. We can agree CeeDee Lamb shouldn't play?
At all.
At all.
We don't have any receiver depth. Because if anything happened to CeeDee Lamb at any point, it damn near your season, like we were talking about before. Because after CeeDee Lamb, we can't count Michael Gallup either. He's not going to play for probably half the season the way it's looking. So then after that, there's Jalen Tolbert, Turpin, Noah Brown, Dennis Houston, T.J. Vasher, Timmy Hope.
We have a very small wide receiver room, bro. Like weight-wise, we have a small.
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear not every dude. The biggest wide receiver we have right now is Noah Brown, and he has never caught a touchdown in the NFL. I don't know. Injury says he makes this team, but realistically, I would be weird. I feel like they view Noah Brown more as a special teamser than they do anything else. But he just so happens to play wide receiver. My starting wide receivers for this week, as of right now, for this Thursday, for this game, would most likely be Dennis Houston's going to be my outside. Jalen Tolbert is I don't know. I think Jalen Tolbert's going to be my inside guy. I'll give him some action on the inside, even though he's an outside guy. I'm probably going to switch him around between the two of them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because, if we're thinking about it.
I'll let him both play outside and in. But my starting receivers are most likely going to be Tolbert, Brown, and Houston. It's going to look ugly, too.
It's going to be hideous.
It's going to look ugly. And I'm going to tell y'all this right here. What up, Eddie on it? I'm going to tell y'all this right here. Be prepared. If you want to really, really, be like a serious hard-nosed Cowboy fan, don't give your team any excuses during training camp. If this offense looks bad in offense, in training camp, take it for what it is. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to say, oh, yeah, but we didn't win we didn't win a preseason game last year. We sure didn't. We won 12 games, yes. And then what happened in the playoffs? I'm going to tell you this right here, man. A good offensive coordinator, listen to me, I'm not saying he should look like Jesus in a preseason game, but he shouldn't look like a bad offensive coordinator. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Even if we lose the game, bro, 40-0, I don't give a damn. I'm not even going to look at the score. But he should not look like a bad offensive coordinator. Because there's still things like, you know what I mean, like getting in the red zone and not being able to score. You guys got to remember this. Listen to me. Preseason it is a bunch of fifth graders playing. You're absolutely right. It is a bunch of fifth graders playing. You're absolutely right. It's a bunch of fifth graders playing. You're absolutely right. But it's fifth graders playing other fifth graders. That's the problem.
Right.
It's not fifth graders playing against high school kids. You feel me? It's fifth graders playing a bunch of fifth graders. So the talent is actually equal. Go ahead, Mado.
No, this work clear. I just want to respond to one of the guys in the comment, Mr. Shelby. He was saying half a season. He was expecting Gallup to miss just a couple games. Well, that's what they are saying. But realistically, an ACL injury is a 9 to 12 month recovery time. Michael Gallup may have injured himself in January, but he didn't have his surgery.
Oh, you said Michael Gallup. I'm thinking Odell Beckham. I'm so sorry. I forgot you.
Right. Yeah, you're all right. You're all right. But yeah, Michael Gallup did not have his surgery until February. So yes, there is a slight chance he could come back in like 4 or 5 games. But odds are, just based on historical time frames for ACL injuries, this is probably going to be about an 8-game injury.
I mean, man, think about it like this: how long it take for a baby to be born?
9 months.
9 months. February. And when did he have surgery?
February.
Okay, so March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. If Michael Gallup's girlfriend got pregnant the same day that he had his surgery, she would be due in November. That's all I'm saying. If his girlfriend got pregnant the exact same day that he had surgery, she'd be due in November. She'd be happy because she's having a Christmas baby. You know what I'm saying? I think it's, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, like the reason why I believe Michael Gallup is going to be is going to be the same amount of time is because this is not a guy like, I would actually think Odell Beckham would rehab faster than Michael Gallup. The reason being is because Odell Beckham has done it so many times. That's where Odell Beckham, he actually probably has a formula. He has a team for this. When you've been injured as many times and as great of injuries as him, you have a team. So guess what? He goes to his team and says, hey, man, sorry, y'all, but I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in Michael Gallup, yes, he's younger, so guess what? His body will respond to it better over his career, but it might actually take him longer. Why? Because this is his first time ever doing this. They don't know. They don't understand. They don't have a process yet. You know what I'm saying? But and then James Washington, bro, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I don't really even consider James Washington on this team right now. Like, I didn't have him making the team when he was healthy. So now that he's injured, I think it's going to be way too easy for the Cowboys, and it's going to be way too cheap for the Cowboys to just injury clause him because he's not even making a lot of money anyway. Like, I feel like they're going to do the same thing they're going to do with Gerald McCoy, like right before the season starts. Injury clause him, have a nice day. Because think about this, even if you injury clause him and he gets better, you can always re-sign him. Like, you can re-sign him for after he gets healthy.
And when you think about it, man, with the way that the young guys have played during training camp, he hasn't earned it.
Exactly.
Even when he was healthy, he was not looking good out there. Dennis Houston, matter of fact, Dennis Houston is playing so well, his quarterback is talking about him to the press.
Facts.
Your Pro Bowl quarterback eyes light up when we talk about Dennis Houston. So that tells you right there that boy, if he plays good in preseason, he's going to make this damn team.
Yeah, and I'm gonna also tell you guys something too that I think that kind of goes unnoticed, man. Is like Dak has a really uncanny way of just like almost starting young receivers' career because he did the exact same thing to Malik Turner, man. Y'all had no clue who the hell Malik Turner was. Dak go out there, start working with the kid now, and Malik Turner getting paid and some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dak knows they do. I know how to identify these young guys, man. And I'm gonna tell you guys this right here. I know everybody keeps on saying because of the James Washington injury, but let's just be real, man. I was telling you guys number 3 was making plays before James Washington got hurt. Mm-hmm. Like I came to you guys and was like, man, I don't see 83 is huge. You better do like a running back. You know what I'm saying? But number 3. I don't know. He ain't leaving the field.
Yeah, you were telling us about Dennis Houston and Jacory Robinson.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna tell you, like, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, I know they're way more interested in seeing a Houston versus a Washington. Why? Because a Houston is younger.
And he's cheaper.
He's way cheaper. Way cheaper. You know what I'm saying? And let's just be real. The Cowboys love guys that come up through their system. They like those. They value those guys way more. That's how a guy like Anthony Brown can get. I'm gonna give a better example. That's how a guy like Noah Brown can still be in this system, and a guy like Amari Cooper cannot be in this system. Because think about this: they valued Noah Brown. Noah Brown got a contract this year. Like, think about that. They valued Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup got a contract this year. They also drafted him.
Well, hold on. Let me respond one more time to Mr. Shelby. It's not just the fact that Dak likes him. It's the fact that he's earned it in training camp to get the reps. So, he's played well. He was playing better than James Washington to start with. We were all talking about how poorly. Hold on. They said it's hard to hear me. Is this better?
Hey, make sure you guys hit that star button, man. We had 200 stars. Can we get to 1,000 stars? We're about 800 stars away. Let's hit that star button. Make sure you guys hit that star button. Top star giver. I got a Super Bowl ring for you guys.
Yeah, but it's just the fact that some some of these guys have stepped up and played well during training camp. And my
Appreciate you,
mind
Jeff.
frame is you should always reward guys who perform. It shouldn't always be about a contract. It shouldn't always be about this and that or politics. If this guy is playing better than that guy, the guy that's playing better should play regardless. And right now, for what we've seen and heard from training camp, Dennis Houston has played better than James Washington in the short amount of time he was out there. So run with the kid. If he doesn't pan out in preseason, that's a different story. But right now, he's earned the right to have reps.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, like, if you are the Dallas Cowboys, and you guys know how the Dallas Cowboys don't like spending money, right? So if you don't like spending money, you would almost think that like the Cowboys would almost be wanting Houston. You know what I'm saying? They want Houston. Like, it's beneficial. Man, I was reading something this morning. The Dallas Cowboys have the sixth most, as far as salary cap ranking. We have the sixth highest, most expensive offense in football. Think about that. There's only 5 offenses in all of football that cost more than our offense. There has to be an expectation. And you know what's crazy? I look at that and I be like, bro, where is the money at?
It's tied up with like 4 different people.
And think about this. It's tied up with folks that ain't even on this team no more, bruh. Now guess where the defense ranked, y'all? Guess where the defense ranked? And listen. Do y'all think we got a top 5 defense this year?
Easily.
I believe so too, right? Well, guess where your defense ranked on salary cap? 31st. Think about this. There are 30 teams that spent more money on their defense than you did. 30. And I want to ask you guys, do you think you have the 31st defense in football? I do believe that. What's up, OG Donald Holmes? Thank you for that 200 band. Hey, man, we are literally we still made it right now. We sitting at like 800. We're sitting at 300 stars, trying to get to 1,000 stars. You guys know the goal of each show is to get to 10,000 stars. Make sure you guys hit that star button. Also, this Thursday, I will be doing the Dallas Cowboy watch party. I'll be right here watching the Cowboys take on the Denver Broncos. We'll be live. I will be giving away a autographed jersey, so make sure you guys tune in. I'll let you guys know whose jersey I'll be giving away. But I will be giving away an autographed jersey, so make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be absolutely lit, man. Thursday, West Coast watch party, Cowboys versus Denver versus the year, man. All right, he says, "What if we pay Diggs when it's time to come?" I don't know. It's too late for that. It's too far for that. But I just thought it was really curious, man. I just thought it was I thought it was a good conversation to have. Where the money is actually being spent in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And it's like last thing I want to say about this, is the Cowboys. Imagine if your offense. I mean, the Cowboys are in a crazy position because you would think that a team that is spending money on their offense would be consistently good, right? And you're not spending on your defense, so you would think that would be bad. But guess what? The common denominator in both, or not? The uncommon denominator in both, because we both have superstars on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you the uncommon denominator in both: coaching. One team has a superior coach and the other doesn't. And think about this: one side even has more money, and it does not produce the way the other side does. Coaching matters, man. Coaching matters.
Yeah, I completely agree with that sentiment. Because you got to think about it. A lot of the guys on the defense, they were premier picks, but they're still young players. Michael Parsons is just his second year. Trayvon Diggs is just his third year. J-Ron Curse, nobody in Cowboy Nation knew who this guy was before he got here. And I understand he did play behind 2 premier safeties in Minnesota before coming to us, but nobody really knew who this guy was. And then the guys on the defensive line, such as Neville Gallimore, Osa, so that that's a collection of young talent there. But we had to put them in position to win,
and you had to coach them.
Yeah, coach them up.
Like, think about this, man. When you don't have like luxury picks all over on the board, guess what? That means you have a lot of guys that need to be coached. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it sounds like on the defense. You had a lot of guys that needed to be coached, and they got what they needed. And guess what? It did not take them time to produce. But you know what the offense kind of shows you? That guess what? You can pay for it. You can pay for it. You can pay for it. But if it ain't getting coached, it doesn't matter, man. All they're doing is cashing checks. You know what I'm saying? Like
But you know
the
what?
defense is trying to get paid while the offense is already paid. And y'all wonder why why I have such a hard expectation on the offense. Is because, bro, you are spending a lot of money, man, to only be able to score 9 points versus Kansas City. That's a lot of freaking money, bro. You're spending a lot of money to not be able to get a third down in Dallas on Thanksgiving, bro. Like, how many times y'all going to rent our Thanksgiving? I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. We're going to have a conversation about that because I might be not watching Thanksgiving games no more because I'm tired of y'all messing my Thanksgiving up.
We played the Giants this year, dog.
Well,
enjoy your holiday, dog.
I hope so, man, because they screwed my bro. We couldn't even. We're at home, bro. We're at home, and this is how my Thanksgiving always go. I always do the game, then I eat. Right. So I do the game, bro. I was so pissed off. I just literally laid on. I'm a horrible guest on Thanksgiving, bro. If the Cowboys don't do what they're supposed to do. Like, I ruin it for everybody, bro. Like, I literally, because everybody wants to, I'm the life of the party. I ain't gonna lie. In my family, I'm the life of the party. Everybody has a good time when West Coast is around. You know what I'm saying? We laugh, we joke. Man, Cowboys lost. You know what I did? I asked my grandma to scoot over. Hey, you know this conversation going left when I start off like that. I asked my grandma to scoot over, and I laid down beside her, and I went to sleep on the couch, feet up and everything. So you walked in my house full of people, and you see Wasco's laid on the couch, knocked out. and I literally woke up at like 6 when everybody was leaving, like 6, 7 o'clock, everybody's leaving. But my wife's going, let's go, Black, let's go shopping. I'm like, nah, I'm not in the mood. You can go. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say, like, man, when you're paying for the Dallas Cowboys offense is paying for production.
And not getting it.
You're paying for production. The defense, you're not technically paying for the defense production. When you have the 31st salary cap on defense, bro, you're not paying for your defense to be good. Like, to be honest with you, it almost makes you wonder, do you even care about your defense being good? But you have to. You want to know why? Think about this. That's how you, like, it's almost like a perfect, it's almost like a perfect, not compensate, it's almost like a perfect contradiction, right? You have Dan Quinn, you don't pay nothing for the defense. You're cheap on defense, so what do? You get a really good coach. And guess what he does? He supplements that. They're good now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have top players, but you believe that a good coach is going to be able to bring it out of them. Boom. So then on offense, you be like, okay, we're going to pay. Think about this. If you're willing to pay on offense, imagine if the offense had a Dan Quinn-esque type of coach. You'd probably be unbeatable, Cowboys.
No, they had this same philosophy for years at this point. Because, that's really how it was even when Rod Marinelli was the defensive coordinator. Before it was the Hot Boys, they were the no names. And they were producing. They were playing their ass off of Rod.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you look on the offensive side of the ball, it was Jason Witten, DeMarco Murray, Dez Bryant, Tony Romo. And then we know we had a premier offensive line at that point, too, because we had Travis Frederick and Tyrus Smith and Zach Martin and Ronald Leary, all these guys on that side of the ball. So I could definitely see that.
All right, so we did wide receiver. Let's go to running back. Who should be the starting running back for this?
Dottle.
Huh?
Dottle.
Oh my God, you took it right out of my head. That's the same thing I was gonna say too. Zeke is not. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. He's already been confirmed. Zeke is not playing at all in preseason. So he's not even an option. And I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. Tony Pollard got benched week 18 so that he could play in the playoff game. So that lets me feel that they value him, injured or not being injured. So I feel like Tony's not going to play either.
You know what? I would go a step further. If Tony Pollard touched the field, it should be the catch a pass. I don't even think he should be lining up to run the ball. I think if we really are going to implement him and being a receiver at any point in this season, it needs to happen during the preseason. He needs some reps out there. They haven't showed it in practice. He needs to be out there out wide catching passes. At least
Mm.
one. He ain't got to even play the whole time, but he need at least one series and to be targeted.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Cowboys are going to hold that aspect of his game if it is to happen. I think they are going to be very, very secretive with that. And I'm not. This is my thing. Um, I'm not one of those dudes that believe that you can like be secretive in the NFL because I thought that everything was recorded. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it doesn't make, and I do believe that the Cowboys are doing this because I actually believe I physically have not seen Tony Pollard play slot at any practice that I've been to. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I believe he is. You wanna know why? Because the media is still talking about it. And not only are they talking about it, but I know that there are certain practices that only Dallas.com can go to, right? Mm-hmm. And they do that on purpose. So my question is this. If they haven't seen it either, why are they still talking about it? So I do believe there's an aspect of Tony. I think there's an aspect of deception going on here. And, you know, man, this is how I feel about being deceptive when it comes to like being in football and stuff like that. I feel like the really good teams can be deceptive. I think everybody else needs to be effective. You know what I'm saying? Like worry less about them knowing what you're doing and worry more about you doing it correctly. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't matter if they can stop it if you can't do it right. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like they're gonna be able to stop it, yeah, but we got to be able to do it right first. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of where I am on that. But I do feel like so with that, since they haven't shown it in preseason, in training camp, it's hard for me to believe that they're going to show it any at all in preseason. It's just hard for me to believe.
Yeah,
I do believe, but I would agree. I would love to see that though. I would love to see that though. I would.
Like you said,
and he needs reps.
Yeah, because you want to hear. Look, let's say they do it week 1. They run him out there as a wide receiver. You want his first reps to be against the damn Tampa Bay defense. It don't even make sense.
So yeah, and then my reason why I need Rico Dow to play, and I need Rico Dow to start, and I don't need them switching him around or doing anything. I need him to do everything Zeke does. The reason being is because I need to know that if something it was to happen to Zeke, that he can do everything Zeke does. Now, that doesn't mean he does it in the same manner that Zeke is able to do it, because if he did, he wouldn't be a backup running back. But can you physically do the things he do? Can you pass block? I want to see if my backup running back can pass block. Because if Zeke goes down, guess what? Their Cowboys are still throwing the ball 40 times, and Zeke is still, and their running back is still going to have to pass block. Because we did too much. Just do it too much. So, with that, I want to see, and I like Rico Dow. I like him. You know what I'm saying? He's been busting at training camp. Almost gave him a run the damn ball hat, but I only had one left, and I saw Zeke coming. I saved it for Zeke, and then Zeke made a left. I should have just gave it to him, but hey, lesson learned. But I like the young boy. You know what I'm saying? I know he can definitely tote that ruck. He runs with passion. But my question is, can he pass block? Because I'm gonna tell you this, I already know that answer for Tony Pollard. We're not even letting Tony Pollard pass block. It's just not. That's not his wheelhouse, man. You know what I'm saying? So, can my backup running back Rico Dow, can he pass block? Can he do the things that Ezekiel Elliott does at any level? Obviously, we're not saying he's gonna do it at the same level as Zeke, but can he do it at any level? That's what we're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? Yep. What's y'all thoughts? What's y'all thoughts in the comment box? Let me know. What's y'all thoughts? Hey, we're not gonna go through the whole offense because I know there was a subject that you wanted to talk about. What was that? So what did you want to talk about this morning? You hit me up. You said, "Man, I got something to talk about." I said, "Save it, man. Save it. We're gonna talk about it on here."
Nah, man. It's just like basically we've been going through, and this is right in your wheelhouse, by the way, because it's pretty much about running the damn ball. But I actually think they're going to do it this time around, and because the writing is on the wall right now. But we just sat here and talked about undrafted free agents, third round picks, guys that play in a different football league can run down and catch passes for you, right? That's what we've been talking about for 40 minutes about having expectations for these guys to show up and do things. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to run the ball significantly more this year, and that's what they actually been practicing. We've
Facts.
been out there seeing them run heavy packages. We've seen
12
them,
personnel.
yeah, we've seen them put a tight end as a fullback and run behind there. We've seen mostly condensed run formations out of camp, and that's pretty much the writing on the wall right there. So that would actually be smart football, and if that is the case, we have more of a fighting chance in some of these more contested games. And let's go even further about it, man, because like it is possible to have a next level run game, have just one or two offensive targets that are above average to great, and still win championships. It happened 4 times in the last ten seasons where a run heavy team was able to actually win a championship. So you know what I'm saying?
What
Look,
were those times?
2013 Seattle Seahawks. They had 509 rush attempts. They were the second most in the NFL in rush
Hey,
attempts.
they almost did it twice. Remember this? You guys wanted them to pass on that fourth down. I mean, we all wanted them to. I mean, pass. We all wanted them to run on that fourth down, but they almost did it twice.
Right, because that following year they were actually number one in rush attempts and number one in rush
The
yards.
only difference is they just ran it on the final play. I mean, they threw the ball on the final play of the game, and that's part of the reason why we was all wondering why they threw the pass, because they were so effective on the run. Marshawn Lynch was killing that year.
Yes, he was. And then let's go because I didn't even count when teams win. I'm just looking when they won. 'Cause, folks, since that's the standard in Dallas, I'm just looking at people going winning this way. 2016, the New England Patriots. They had 482 rush attempts, the third most rush attempts in the NFL, rushed for the seventh most rushing yards in the NFL. Won the championship.
Mm.
Very next year, Philadelphia Eagles, 473 rush attempts, sixth most in the NFL, had the third most rush yards in the league.
Mm.
2018, Patriots again won 478 rush attempts, third most, rushed for the fifth most yards in the league. So that's not even counting the guys that went and lost. 2014, we just talked about in Seattle. They went with a run first offense. 2015, the Panthers went with a run first offense. Matter of fact, they did not even have a receiver that eclipsed 1,000 yards. Their leading receiver was Greg Olsen,
Tight end.
who was a tight end.
In a
All right,
year where their quarterback was viewed as the MVP too.
right. One MVP. As you know, he also rushed for a lot of yards himself there. All right, let's go. Let's look at last season. Cincinnati Bengals had the third leading rusher in football. He had the third most rush attempts in football. How did you think they were able to survive their quarterback getting sacked 50 times? They ran the
Facts.
ball. They ran the ball a lot more than people actually gave them credit for.
And Joe Mixon is a really good running back too.
Well, hell of a running back.
Who we play week 2.
So this notion that you have to just air the ball out to win these games is not true. And even if you go and look, I had the numbers for their passing offenses too, just to show that they weren't super heavy on passing as well. I'll find it eventually. But the only team that was top 10 in passing was the Patriots. All the other guys were middle of the road. Weren't really a great passing offenses. So as long as you are able to keep turnovers down, you're able to score when you get into the red zone. You can run the ball and run the ball more than you throw it and win.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. At the end of the day, we got to do it because it's best for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like even if that means we're gonna be the one team to do it, and we got to do it differently than everybody else, then guess what? We just got to do it differently.
Right.
Because our team is not set up to throw the ball 40 times.
Right, and that's really why the Panthers did what they did. Their best passing threat as a receiver was what was that boy Glenn?
Mm.
They didn't have like elite wide receiver talent, so they ran the ball a lot with their quarterback and their running back. Threw the ball to their tight end. They did get the receivers involved, but it wasn't like they had any premier receiving threats on their team. They still were able to make it to the big dance. So
Facts.
I said all this stuff just to say this: if we do it right, if we call the right plays, if we give the ball to our running back, if we allow our defense to win us some games, there is no reason that we can't get to where we want to go. We still have we look. I know we lost all these guys. We still do have CD Lamb, right, who was an 1,100-yard receiver last year. We still have Dalton Schultz, who was a top 10 tight end last year. You still have Ezekiel Elliott, who was a top 10 running back last year.
Mm-hmm.
You still have an offensive line that was top 10 in run blocking. So you have like premier strength and premier players at key positions that you can lean on. You don't have to have this all-star team of players. I think people like teams like the Chiefs or the Rams and think that's the only way to get it done. You can scheme and game plan around some of your other deficiencies and just focus on the guys you do have and still win games.
And the Cowboys gonna be in a position this year when we ain't gonna have no choice, man.
Exactly. So the writing is on the wall. That is the only way they can play wing football with the personnel they currently have. You don't want the game to come down to Turpin trying to catch a jump ball in the end zone.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's not even. I don't even think Dak's gonna. I mean, with his size, I don't even think Dak's gonna give him that type of opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't even think he's a very very small wide receiver. And to be honest with you, like my now that you bring him up. If the Cowboys don't keep him on the field, then what's gonna happen is when he does come on the field, it's gonna alert the defense, and the defense is gonna know some shady stuff about to happen, and they're gonna key on him, which is gonna almost make him useless. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Cowboys are going to be in kind of like a catch-22 with him, because it's like if you want to use him and you want to be effective, he has to be on the field. He has to be on the field, because every time you call a timeout or he run on the field and you know what the defense is going to do? They're going to alert. They're going to alert. They're going to alert. They're going to alert. Same thing they do with Tony Pollard right now. When the Cowboys take Zeke off the field to put Tony Pollard in the game, there's if you're a defense, you have to know there's like an 80% chance that he's getting the ball. Because if not, why would he not be in the game? That's why I say he needs to be at slot so he can be on the field at all times. That's going to help your offense even better, because at least they won't be able to key in on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you this right here. It will make Tony Pollard's running game better too, because then you won't know when he's running the ball and when he's catching the ball.
Yep, because like you said, if he's on the field at all times, you can just motion him to the backfield if you want to, or you can send him in motion. He can catch it off a sweep. So it actually adds more dimension to how you can actually use the man if you keep him on the field.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But you got to keep the defense. The goal is to keep the defense guessing at all times. They should not know. They should not be able to key in on what you're doing. And so you limit, you actually almost help the defense out when you do those types of things. You know what I'm saying? You almost help them out when you do those types of things. Hey, man, we got a couple minutes. Let's hit up some questions real quick, man. I got a couple questions from each platform. What's up with you, Thomas Smith? Hey, we at 500 stars. We're trying to get to 1,000 stars. Appreciate you, Miss Rose. Bear Johnson over there. Appreciate you for hitting that star. Hey, you guys also, September 17th. If you guys are going to be in Dallas, hey, who's going to be in Dallas on September 17th? Who's going to be in Dallas on September 17th? If you're going to be in Dallas September 17th, to watch, and the game is actually the 18th, but if you're going to be in Dallas on the weekend of the 17th, you need to come party with your boy West Coast. The ticket's only $35, but if you buy your ticket right now, I will give you a discount code to get you $10 off the ticket. Now, man, it's going to be the biggest Dallas Cowboy Day party. We're going to be doing this each home game. We got a Dallas Cowboy player coming out. It's going to be absolutely fun, man. We're going to have we're going to have alcohol there. We're going to have a little bit of everything, man. It's going to be a great time, man, and it's going to be great time and great fun. You know what I'm saying? After my party, we going to a whole nother party too. My OG Star Status, they got a party that start at 8. So we're going to party at my spot, and then we're going to go leave right there, and we're going to caravan and go straight to the Star Status party that ends at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to party from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m., man, 12 hours nonstop. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to be a part of that, all you got to do is hit that link that I just put it in the comment box right now. Hit that link at the bottom and get your ticket. Get your ticket now. Get your ticket now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get your ticket now. Hey, man. Hey, Henny, man. Let them know your next. Well, actually, let me get this. Let's get a question. CD shouldn't play into the last preseason game. That's what I got from Eddie on it. Okay.
All right, Jared Hodge, is CD looking like a number one right now in camp? And are they treating him like a number one? Nobody gets treated like a number one in Kellen Moore's offense, and that's the issue. He's not being overtly targeted or anything like that. He's catching balls. He's making plays. He's looking good. He's looking like an above average receiver. But I won't really know he looked like a number one receiver until they actually play live game action. If he gets 15 targets in a game, 17 targets in a game, then I'll know for sure he's being used and looking like a number one receiver. Till then, there's not really enough happening in training camp to actually say
that. Good point. Jarek says he's read this one right here. I don't think you can't right now. You can't say anybody's getting. I mean, Kellen Moore's system says, like he said, that he doesn't really focus on a number one. I haven't seen it at training camp, them overly target him or Cowboys, they believe in everybody getting the ball. And then yesterday, man, they even said yesterday that the Cowboys feel that, the system doesn't have to predicate around number one. So I don't even think that is a goal of theirs to do, and I think it's, I know we're all kind of upset when we hear that, but I don't even think that is something that they're trying to do. So CeeDee Lamb is really going to have to he's got to do the best what he can with what he got, do what he gets. You know what I'm saying? And then you guys, us as Cowboy fans, we just got to be cognitive to know and smart enough to know not to turn on the kid because we know that it ain't his fault. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's what it's going to come down to. But I think at some point of this season, you will probably feel the same way about CeeDee Lamb that you felt about Amari Cooper. And that's just being real. I feel like at some point you're going to feel that same way. People are going to say stuff like CeeDee Lamb disappears in big games. Well, I remember Cowboys versus Patriots, he threw the ball to him 2 times. And that's Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like all those things that y'all say about Cooper, y'all going to say about CeeDee Lamb. Because the same thing y'all said about Cooper, you said about Dez Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. That's what Cowboy Nation does. But, yo, man. Hey, Henny, let them know your next article, man. Let them know where they can find you. Hey, I will be doing another live show later on today. I got to do one for my TikTok and Instagram, so make sure you guys tune in. It'll be later on today. I got to get rejuvenated, handle some business, but make sure y'all tune in later on. I will be live later on. You guys already know what it is. Hey, Henny, let them know what's your next article.
Yeah, man. Y'all can catch me at Henny the Moore, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Just tap in with me. Right now, I'm working on an article. We're doing another installment of Managing Expectations. And this one is going to be for Dennis Houston, since everybody loves him so much now.
Okay, let's go. Hey, well, you guys already know what it is. You know who you follow. It's your boy, West Coast. I appreciate y'all for tapping in on all the platforms. For everybody who's watching on Twitter, I appreciate you. Everybody who's watching on YouTube, I appreciate you. And everybody watching on YouTube, I appreciate you. You guys already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up.